And this morning, we're sharing the personal journey of one of our colleagues here at King 5. Chris Zito, the producer of this very show, had gastric bypass surgery.
That surgery can help improve the health of someone who is obese and help them lose weight. When he was most vulnerable, Chris allowed our cameras into the hospital and operating room at Overlake Medical Center.
They say today is like a second birthday.
I'm kind of numb, kind of nervous.
This is your patient ID number. It's an inflatable blanket.
Okay.
It's Friday morning, August 3rd.
I don't know what to expect.
Today's the day Chris Zito will get a second chance at life.
We're going to be doing a laparoscopic gastric bypass.
Gastric bypass, a surgery that will help Chris lose half his weight.
And it was surreal when, when my weight got as high as it did.
He's been overweight his entire life. As each year went by, the numbers on the scale kept going up until one day, Chris weighed more than 400 pounds.
The first time you break a camping chair, it's like, oh God, I just broke this chair. I was too big for this chair. I've broken toilet seats. Just sitting down on them, you plop down on a toilet seat and you hear a crack and you're like, oh God.
As a dad of a 4-year-old, Chris would find himself out of breath trying to keep up with her.
Like, I can monitor at the park, but if I were to try in 5 minutes and I'm done.
Chris tried dieting and exercising, losing weight, then gaining it back and more, while knowing he's on borrowed time.
If I don't do something drastic, and if I don't, supercharge my weight loss, which is what this surgery is going to do, it's like, how long do I have?
That's why he's here, for an operation that will help him lose the weight he couldn't on his own. Dr. Thien Nguyen is performing the Roux-en-Y surgery, commonly known as gastric bypass.
Pull your tube back a bit.
We were in the operating room for the procedure, watching as the surgeon works to connect Chris's small intestine to a new, smaller stomach pouch.
So that food will go down the esophagus, into that little pouch, and then right into this intestine.
By changing the digestive system, it changes the way Chris absorbs and digests food. His smaller stomach will limit the amount of food he can eat, and his body will absorb fewer calories and nutrients. He'll also feel less hungry.
When he eats or drinks, instead of having a stomach that is maybe 2 liters in, can get up to 2 liters in size, it's now going to be the size of an egg.
The surgery is done laparoscopically with just a few small incisions. What used to take 5 to 8 hours now takes just 3 hours.
It's pretty routine.
With recovery time in the hospital reduced to just 2 days.
So we're just going to close up here and wake him up.
It's a surgery Dr. Nguyen considers to be a life-saving treatment. He's seen many of his patients' health change dramatically with a reduction in high blood pressure, heart disease, and diabetes.
The surgery is the only long-term treatment fix solution to someone who's trying to lose 100 pounds.
Without this surgery, Dr. Nguyen says it's nearly impossible for patients like Chris to lose the weight and keep it off long term.
Most of these patients have lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds. They've done it 5 times, 10 times in their life. They've done it before, they can do it again, but there's a certain point where they stop losing.
Chris knows some might look at gastric bypass as cheating or the easy way out. But for him, it's not. Starting today, on this second birthday, life won't ever be the same. Chris will have to completely change the way he eats and thinks about food in order to benefit from the operation.
Chris, here's your mom. Hi, honey.
The hard work is just beginning.
It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be fun, and it's going to be probably weird and uncomfortable and painful, but at the same time, it's what I got to do.
The surgery can cost about $25,000. Chris says he would not have been able to do the surgery if his insurance didn't cover it. And that's the case for a lot of folks who want to have the surgery but can't because they simply can't afford it. We did learn that it is covered for public employees in our state and those who are on Medicaid. If they qualify it, they have to meet certain criteria. And I also learned there's only 23 states in our country that require healthcare exchanges to have this surgery as part of their insurance plan, and Washington is not one of them.
Oh, interesting.
So that's definitely one of those hurdles that people who want to have the surgery aren't able to because it is expensive.
So expensive,
Yeah.
so expensive. So tomorrow you're going to continue your series.
Yes.
We're going to do the big reveal, show you what Chris is looking like today. You have to see it too. It's just incredible. So we'll show you the success there. Also, Mimi's going to be on a Facebook Live tomorrow at 10 a.m. on the King 5 Facebook page with Chris, with the surgeon. If you have any questions for these guys, it's 206-448-4545. Text that to us or just hop on the Facebook Live. Just great stuff, great story.